Insurance for when there's a hitch in the trailer hitch. Tennesseans know that sometimes life has its loose ends.
Good thing we had that trailer added.
Know that Farm Bureau Insurance is there to help. Tennessee Insurance for Tennessee Life.
All right, good morning. It is Tuesday, June 3rd. It is 6:02 in the morning. How's everybody doing this morning? Can you believe it's already the 3rd of June? And crazy. Just like all these days. I was talking to somebody yesterday, and they're like, how is it already June? I said, I have no idea. The world is flying by us, isn't it? As quickly as we can even think. Let's take it back outside and show you what it looks like. A live look at Fox Road Marina here at this hour. And a nice quiet start to the day. We don't have the fog showing up around East Tennessee as we did yesterday morning, thanks to the air drying out a little bit. Although, as much as the air is drying out, the air is going to start to saturate back up. And we're going to be talking about those dew points coming up here in just a second. There you go, Katrina. It is Taco Tuesday. I actually made a bunch of some Korean meatball fried rice yesterday, and it was so good. I made Korean meatballs. They were not good by themselves, and I was like, well, I'm going to make some fried rice. So we did that, but that's not Taco Tuesday, so I guess we're going to have to do some sort of a Taco Tuesday today, shouldn't we? Good morning, Linda and Lisa. How are you this morning? We've got Brian as well as Eva joining us now, jumping in on the chat here this morning. Good morning, guys. How are you? All right, so yesterday we made it to 82 degrees. I always like to keep you in check of where we were. Yesterday I was forecasting 81. So we were close. 98 was the record set back in 1951. So it's not hot yet. It's been much hotter. This week's going to be trending just a little bit hotter as well. So as we move right along, our frontal boundary that we're going to be talking about towards the end of the week is far to our west, and it's going to stay far to our west for quite some time. But notice that surface ridge of high pressure moving its way towards the mid-Atlantic. That's now putting us on the western side of a clockwise rotating ridge of high pressure, and so that's going to now start to pump in more humidity. And the heat's going to build as our upper level ridge starts to build on in as well. So today, a bit warmer with sunshine and some high-level clouds. And, of course, the smoke and hazy conditions. I sure wish it was a little bit sunnier outside, don't you? Wednesday through Friday, hotter June weather settles on in with increasing rain by the end of the week. And, unfortunately, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it looks like elevated rain chances for the upcoming weekend. So plan accordingly if you have any outdoor plans. We'll talk about rainfall totals, but it sure could pile up here this upcoming weekend. Good morning, Aaron. How are you this morning? And Andrea Carol Shaw, happy birthday to you. From Linda and everybody on the East Tennessee weather platforms here this morning. A little bit cooler up towards Tri-Cities. How about that? You need the light jackets this morning as you step outside. We're currently in the 40s. Then you go all the way down to Chattanooga and the Whitwell, Dunlap, Soddy Daisy, Cleveland area. We're in the low to mid 60s. So big contrast in temperatures. Either way you look at it, though, everybody's trending at or just a little bit warmer than what we were yesterday. All right, so today's forecast, here we go. 80 degrees by noon. We're going to top out in the mid to upper 80s here today. So that's going to be trending about 3 or 4 degrees above average for this time of the year. Average high is now 83. So we're going to be pushing close to 90 in Chattanooga with a heat index value in the 90s today. Right around 90 anyways. Mid to upper 80s across upper East Tennessee, so a little bit warmer there as well. Our dew points, remember that ridge of high pressure at the surface is across the southeastern coastline, and that's going to help to pump in more humidity. So the dew points, the stickiness, that summer feel to the air, which also means morning lows are going to be much more mild here. Here's the story, right? So there's that ridge of high pressure. You can see those white lines. Those are called isobars, lines of equal pressure. Notice that ridge of high pressure is still extending across the state of Tennessee. And so that's pumping in the moisture, the warmer air. But then eventually that ridge starts to break down, and here comes some little waves in the atmosphere. This only takes us through Friday. It does not take us through the weekend, but the point of the story is we're going to stay relatively dry until, say, Thursday. Thursday, maybe a few pop-up storms, and then Friday into the weekend, that's what we're going to be tracking is that storm system that's going to be approaching the area. So therefore, I've bumped up that chance for rain a little bit as we get into Saturday and Sunday from what we were talking about yesterday. And so that's what's going to bring us the rainier conditions. So it's going to pile up. Watch this. All the way through today and tomorrow, nothing. Through Thursday, really not looking at much activity. You add Friday and Saturday to the mix, and you can see that we're going to probably pick up about, I'll say, 1/4 to 3/4 of an inch of rain, so generally speaking, about a 1/2 inch. And then you add the rest of Saturday into Sunday into Monday morning to the mix. And now we're talking about an additional 3/4 to an inch or more of rainfall. So again, by your 7-day stretch of rainfall could exceed anywhere from 1 to 2 inches. So yeah, I think it's going to be a little bit on the soggier side here for the upcoming weekend. Here's our 7-day forecast. Warming temperatures, beautiful weather, really, all the way through Thursday. So enjoy that. Make some sort of outdoor plans. Of course, the splash pads are open, so that's always nice. I think Splash Country is open now, isn't it? I believe it is. So there's that. So we can enjoy some water weather. Or Katrina said, everybody's welcome on her pontoon boat as long as it doesn't sink. That's what she said. And then increasing chances for showers and thunderstorms with the increased threat of rain and the cloudier skies that are heading our way. We're still looking at seasonable temperatures. So not bad when it comes to temps here for the next 7 days. Considering the fact that we trended below average for temperatures for much of the month of May, we had elevated rain for much of the month of May. We had a lot of severe weather for much of the month of May. It was very active this May. So hopefully things will kind of heat up and quiet down. We can get a nice little ridge of high pressure to dominate the weather pattern and bring us some nice summer weather. Especially for anybody that's maybe taking some early summer staycations, or we have tons of friends and family members and vacationers that come to East Tennessee. And so we get about 20 million or something like that, I think it is, of folks visiting Sevier County, like in the year, of course, but we get into the busy season. All right. Buck says, what do we call this summer weather? Cold, wet, rainy, Yeah, well, so far that is. But we'll see how it all plays out for the rest of the summer. Yeah, see, Katrina said, let's go pontooning. Everybody's on the pontoon boat. How about baseball? Yes, how about baseball? Baseball's awesome. Of course, we've got the Smokies that have been playing. So if you've not been down to the Smokies Stadium, got a lot of things to do there. What else do we have going on? Have you seen that we have the Van Gogh virtual experience that's happening? I think it's happening in Blount County, in Maryville, I think. I could be wrong on that, but I think that's the case. So there's some cool stuff there. And of course, you have the traditional stuff around East Tennessee. And if you want to beat the summertime heat, you got to head up to the higher elevations. All right, it is now 6:09. Moving right along, we'll take it back outside and show you what it looks like. A live look there from KMNV, Monroe County Airport. Had a lot of fog there yesterday. You can see a little bit of fog right there off in the distance. And a beautiful, nice glowy sunrise taking shape thanks to the smoke in the air. Thanks a lot, smoke. All right, let's talk about your national weather, national calendar here for the day today, whatever the word is. Of course, we're always celebrating birthdays and events, I should say. Vacation in Florida starts next week. All right, let's see. Pontoon boat with Katrina, or let's go to Florida with Alex. I'm going to go door number 2, Alex, please. 11.5 tourists a year in the Smokies. I mean, it doesn't help that it's a free national park now. Of course, you have to pay for parking now, but it is dance time, my friends, so let's get to work. All right, so birthdays and events. Happy birthday to you or your family members or friends, or even better yet, happy birthday to Andrea Carol Shaw. Big birthday shout out from East Tennessee Weather this morning. Andrea, make it the best day. It's National Egg Day. Are you a big egg fan? Do you like eggs? How do you like your eggs? Do you like cheese on your eggs? Do you like them over easy, over medium, over sunny side up, scrambled, extra scrambled? Have you tried one of those, I don't know, an Asian, Korean, Chinese omelet, whatever it's called, where it looks really good and it's poured over rice and they cut it and it just kind of melts down across the rice? Looks pretty good. Do you like your eggs runny? My dad used to always make something called railroad hash. Have you ever had railroad hash? It's like potatoes and bacon and then eggs and cheese and throw it all into a big pan and scramble it up, and it's so good. Railroad hash is so good. Eggs are great. Do you like Eggs Benedict? See, there's so many different varieties of eggs, even though it's one lonely egg. It's National Chocolate Macaroon Day. There we go. Do you like macaroons? I thought it was Macaroon Day the other day. And it's National Repeat Day. Let's see what that one says. Depends. Maybe you don't want to repeat the day or yesterday or any of some bad days. National Repeat Day happens each year on June 3rd. For some, this day is an opportunity. For others, it's a bad omen. Repeating a foot massage or a day with a dear friend would make this holiday special. But repeating a root canal or a natural disaster, well, are not really suggested for this day. I would agree. I would 100% agree. Oh, there we go. So repeat something good that you've done. If you've done something nice for somebody, maybe repeat that. But it's National Repeat Day. Go enjoy your eggs, and after lunch today, go get yourself a nice macaroon. Cream's pretty awesome. All right, we'll take it back downtown. A live look in downtown Gatlinburg. 11.5 million people, says Buck. 11.5 million people go visit our backyard every single year. I thought it was closer to 20 million, to be honest with you, Buck, but 11.5 million, I think is a lot either way. But they bring a lot of tourism. They bring a lot of financial dollars to our area, which is always a good thing. We always need those dollars in our backyard. All right, got a cool. Well, I don't know if it says it's okay. Well, he's shooting it on something, but it worked. I'll just share it with you. It's not good quality. It was on Witcher's Pictures from Steven saying test, and it's crooked for some reason. But there's a bald eagle. All right, that didn't really show up so well, did it? Showed you the fox yesterday. And that is, I believe, all we have for pictures. Yep. We've had some good sunrises. We've had some great sunsets. Some beautiful pictures with bees and moons and flowers and rainbows. And, of course, storm clouds and everything else. I feel like there's something else I was going to tell you. What else was I going to tell you? Oh, for those of you that have been following along, not that I haven't really posted much on it, but for those of you that are here on the chat, you know that my year started off awful. I needed a new car. Ended up finally got a new car. So got a new car, but we also had a kitchen fire. And so with that kitchen fire, we're still dealing with that. But everybody's fine. And we finally got the money from insurance. And so now, yesterday, that's what my wife and I and the family did yesterday. We went out to shop for some stoves and refrigerators. That always sounds like a lot of fun. Actually, it is kind of fun because, you get to now we're kind of redesigning our kitchen. We're not going to put it back together the same way it was. And so, therefore, it kind of is exciting that we're going to be changing the way things look and opening our kitchen up a little bit. Ooh, fried eggs. Fried egg sandwich. Fried egg sandwich. Take a fried egg, have a little bit of runny in the middle, throw it on 2 pieces of white bread, a piece of cheese on top, and some ketchup. That's like me as a little kid. Creamed eggs are good. My dad likes creamed eggs. I forgot about that. Over easy or scrambled for you? Cheese in your scrambled? Well, Lee. Yes, but he's still missing an ear. Just an FYI. Sunny side up, 2 pieces of toast and bacon. Right there, Buck. That sounds delish to me. There you go, Carcade. National Repeat Day? National Repeat Day. Felicia says, remember, it's paving season, so watch out for those roadway workers, especially at nighttime. I want mine to come home in one piece at the end of the day. And we want him to come home in one piece at the end of the day as well. Your stepdad would order a dozen eggs, over easy, and half a loaf of toast when he went to the Waffle House. Are you serious? That's crazy. That's a lot of food. Helen, Georgia reminds me of Gatlinburg, but not as crowded. I've never been to Helen, Georgia. There you go. Saw King Tut in Chicago in 1980, and here he has been seen in Asheville as well. I did see King Tut as well when they were doing the traveling. It was probably 1980 as well, Buck. Somewhere in the early 80s. I remember going through elementary school. Denise, I sent you my Skywarn certificate. I think to your messenger. Hey, Denise, do me a favor. Just email me. Will you do me a huge favor, please, please, please? Just email it to me, mike@easttnweather.com. I get a lot of messages on social media. I cannot filter through all of them as much as I can through my email because I get less email than I do Facebook messages. So if you wouldn't mind, mike@easttnweather.com. Send that to me. We'll get you added to the chat today. Added somebody, 2 days ago, I think it was. So we're up to like 45, pushing 50 Witcher Weather Watchers. If you're interested in becoming a Witcher Weather Watcher, hit me up, mike@easttnweather.com. I'll send you a virtual link for the National Weather Service's Skywarn Storm Spotter program. And from there, then once you finish, you just send me your certificate. I'll add you to a private group chat, which is really cool. And one of my Witcher Weather Watchers is taking it above and beyond himself. And all I'm going to tell you is that, when we have severe weather again, we're going to have a little bit different of an element added to our severe weather coverage. Can't say too much because, as you know, we've had some thieves in town. So I can't spill all my beans. But I will tell you, it'll add a great little element to severe weather coverage. Ooh, Western Omelet's pretty good. Denver Omelet. What kind of car? You're going to make me tell you? Sticker shock, I'm sure. Actually, I'll just tell you what I got. I did buy myself a Tesla. Sorry for non-Tesla fans. I apologize. But as you may know, I drove an electric car for 5 years. Hated going to the gas station. When that car died, I bought a gas car, had that for 2 months until it was in the shop for a couple times in 2 months. I said, this is going to be a lemon, but that was a gas guzzler. I was putting $45 of gas a week. So now all of a sudden I'm spending $90, $180, $200 a month on just gasoline. I was like, this is crazy, especially after driving an electric car for so long. So I went and test drove one, this, that, and the other, found one. At CarMax, decided I was not going to buy a Tesla through CarMax. They could not. They do a great job. Not saying anything bad about them, but they just couldn't test what an electric car needed to be tested with. For. They're like, well, we can't do that. So I was like, well, I'm not going to buy it from you. Went to the Tesla website, found a used one with like 21,000 miles and dirt cheap. Got it within the budget I needed. So that's a win, right? So now I've not been to the gas station since. And if I want to fill up my tank and charge my battery, it's about a whopping $7 if it's from 0 to, and I get 350 miles per charge on the car. So it's just, I don't know. My dad was super against me doing it. Love you, Dad. But just didn't understand why we wanted 2 electric cars in our family. Maybe it's a mistake. But I guess if we lose our power grid, then I'm losing everything I do here too. Well, not really. I have a generator. And I have a generator that will charge our cars as well. So there's that. So we're not really out of luck. All right. Today's I'll look on Messenger, but if you can, just send it to my email, mike@easttnweather.com. So that's what I got. Well, there you go, Buck. I actually thought you'd be against it, my friend. You're the first person I thought would be like, oh, Witcher. Good morning, Alice. How are you this morning? Perfect, Denise. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. So, yeah. So, let's see. We're now nearing the second half. We're on the second half of the year. First half was not good for the Witcher family. Let's see if the second half can be just a little bit better. Just a little bit. Maybe we'll end up with this awesome kitchen, and I'll invite you all over because we like to entertain. I like to cook, and that's what we're going to design our kitchen around is really just entertaining and cooking. which I think a lot of modern kitchens are. Anyways, I like that open feel. So hopefully that will take shape. We'll see. We'll see. And believe it or not, Buck, side note, adding an extra Tesla to the family did not make the insurance crazy. It actually made it way cheaper. Way cheaper than having a gas car. Did you know that? Crazy stuff, right? Awesome, Denise. I'll get you added. So I'll did you add your phone number, Denise? Add your phone number so I can text you. I'll be texting you. So if you did not add your phone number, Denise, add your phone number, send me your phone number through that email list. Because I need to text you the links and all these other things to get started. Send me your phone number. Let me have your digits. I kid. All right, my friends, I sure hope you have a great day. It's Taco Tuesday. It's June 3rd. It's going to be a gorgeous, a little bit hotter of a day. That's going to be the trend for the next few days. And then elevated rain chances for the weekend. So if you have weekend outdoor plans, might want to plan accordingly for a lot of rain. No, I won't run out of gas again, but, you know, you can still run out of charge. And then you're really up a paddle. Right? Up a creek, I should say. Up a creek without a paddle. All right, my friends, have a great day. Be safe. Be kind to each other. Life is short. See you tomorrow.